Am I not losing weight because I have a slow metabolism? What exactly is slow metabolism? How does your metabolism slow down? That is exactly what I'm going to explain in today's video. Hi everyone, my name is Trina Roy. Welcome back to my channel. If you have still not subscribed, you might consider doing it now. Thank you. When it comes to metabolism, the first thing we need to understand is how is the energy that we intake through food is utilized in the body. So we burn a certain amount of calories throughout the day, that is known as the total daily energy expenditure, which has a lot of other components like your basal metabolic rate, it has your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, it has your thermic effect of activity, like whatever activity you do and whatever calories is burned during that, and it also has your thermic effect of food, that is whatever food we eat, a certain type of foods require more energy to be consumed. So all this combined becomes our total daily energy expenditure. I have explained everything in detail about the total daily energy expenditure in this video. You might want to check that one before. Now, coming to metabolism, the energy that we intake through food is not being utilized enough in the body. So that in simple terms, if the food that I'm eating is either making me put on weight or I'm not even losing weight at very low calories. This is when usually we tell that, okay, my metabolism, like the food that I'm intaking, the calories that I'm intaking is not up to the requirement of the body, and that is why I'm either putting on weight or I'm not just able to lose weight, even though it is very little. So your total daily energy expenditure is low. That means your basal metabolic rate, the utilization of energy for different functions in the body is already less. Or it could be that you're not moving around enough, so you're not a very active person, or your type of exercise, because your thermic effect of activity, the type of exercise you're doing is not enough. Either you're not doing or it's not enough, or maybe you're not doing enough strength training. And the last one is the type of foods that you eat. If your food is not it does not have enough macronutrients, it does not have enough proteins, and it just has either carbs or fatty foods, then also this could be a reason. So there are different reasons why our metabolism is slow. So before we try to understand why is a metabolism slow, I would want to explain this topic of adaptations. What is adaptations? Adaptations, or you can call it adaptive thermogenesis, metabolic slowdown, everything happens for one common concept that happens in our body, that is known as homeostasis. Homeostasis again is another word of body trying to adapt. So let's first understand what is homeostasis. Homeostasis is nothing but the body constantly trying to maintain an internal balance irrespective of what the external conditions are. So for instance, if you are stuck in a desert somewhere where you're not getting enough food, enough water, the body will always constantly try to fix the things internally and make sure that you're still continuing to have all the other functions that are happening in the body. So your body trying to constantly adapt to the situation that is going on externally to maintain a stability inside your body is known as homeostasis. So how does homeostasis impact when you get on a diet? For instance, if you were someone who was eating 2000 calories, now you begin a diet, or I should say you were burning 2000 calories and you were eating around that because you were maintaining weight. Now you think you want to get on a diet. Now you start with a 1200 calorie diet because hey, that is the starting point of all diets, right? So you start with a 1200 calorie diet, and then you notice to see that the body is reacting very well, you're losing a lot of weight. Oh, I'm not telling you you will feel good about it. No, because the body still did not adapt to it. So you will constantly still feel hungry, you will still feel very weak, tired, lethargic, and you will constantly think about food till your body reaches adaptation. Once your body understands, the feedback is provided to the brain that, oh, this is the only amount of food I think she's going to get in the near future, that is when the body tries to adjust internally all the internal functions, all the other things like your basal metabolic rate, your total your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So you unknowingly end up missing out on a lot of activities that you were doing. So you will find yourself more sitting on the couch than usual. You will feel doing normal tasks, too much work. So these are different ways the body will try to conserve the energy so that it can adapt to the lower calories that you're giving to the body. Then what happens when you reach that adaptation? Yes, of course, you don't feel that hungry anymore, you don't feel that weak anymore, but your activity is still low, but the body also stops losing fat. Because the body was constantly giving out fat, thinking, oh, maybe today is just a one-off day, I will use up some fat for my daily activities, and that is why fat was being burnt in the body. That is why that fat was being utilized as calories. But as soon as the body understands that, oh, this is the adaptation, like once it understands that I need to sustain on just these calories, the body will stop utilizing so much energy, and that indirectly means that it will stop burning the fat it was burning. Clear? So here the main point is understanding that the body will eventually, sooner or later, adapt to whatever you're trying to put the body in. Now, what happens if you continue doing it beyond that adaptation? Like now the body is already adapted and it's not burning out any fat and it's trying to conserve all that. Next thing that affects is your other activities in the body starts to not happen. For this, the biggest example in women is they miss out on their menstrual cycle, because menstrual cycle is a very calorie consuming process, and when the body is not getting enough food and when it stopped burning all that fat, and this happens in extreme cases when you're doing it for a longer period of time. So when the body is not getting enough food, the first thing that it will avoid doing is you will start seeing that your menstrual cycle is getting affected, that you will start missing out on your periods. This is again something very common that happens, and it is not that it is going to be that way. Once you start eating food, it comes back. But again, it depends on how many days you have put your body under that stress that this has been created. On top of it, the body will obviously want to still keep the heart functioning, keep the liver functioning, keep the lungs functioning, so that it's at least somewhere. Maybe not till the end, but at least it's getting there. The main idea behind me telling this is your body is very smart. It will always know where it can save energy, what is a luxury. First luxury is fat loss, next luxury is reproduction or making babies. Then it comes to different factors. Even before fat loss, there are certain other things, right? Like you will see that your skin will start breaking out. You will also see that the hair will start falling more. These are again some other variables that you will be seeing. But too bad, right? The body decides to do that instead of, just I would want to have better skin. Just kidding. Okay, anyways, my main idea was this is how metabolic adaptations happen, and the main reason, so this was just a part of it. The main thing that happens after you start, like you think, okay, now I'm off going, I will be off that. That is when fat rebound happens. That is when you also see that your food relationship is getting affected. I will dive more into these two topics in my upcoming videos, but for now, just remember that you are bound to regain all that fat if you do a very low calorie diet, if you do something very fat, and if you're looking for quick fixes. If you think that, hey, I will lose all that weight now and later I will, get back to normal eating. But the damage will already be done. And for that time, for you to undo things, it will take a long time. And it is not that easy, because if your food relationship is spoiled, even if a small piece of cake was enough for you, you might now require a full cake to feel full. So there are different changes that happen in the body, there are different changes that happen in your mindset that you look at food, and that is why I'm a big advocate of eating enough to lose weight, building the right habits of good food, good exercise, good sleep, having a stress managed life, and eventually getting the results, rather than doing something crash, something fad, something that is quick results but again quick rebound. Not worth it at all. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe and share it with anyone you know who's following a very low calorie diet, thinking that they will get quick results, but it is not worth it. Thank you again.